I declare open the public hearings for the Electoral Matter Committee's inquiry into the conduct of the 2022 Victorian state election.
The election was very well conducted by the VEC and its many staff. And naturally, every state election is bigger than the previous. This election, 4.4 million electors on the roll. This was some 255,000 more than we had in 2018, and since the Electoral Act came into play in 2002, it's about 1.2 million electors. Over the 3 state elections that I've delivered, they certainly have been compliant in every way. We have operated within that timeline. We have delivered effective services, I believe, to all electors. I'm very pleased with the VEC's outreach program, so particularly getting into the core communities and those other disadvantaged groups. We have particular success this time around with prisons, and we were very pleased with that. I think if there was one area that concerns me, it is still our inability to service overseas electors.
Bass was a circumstance where we were made aware of a number of voting centres that had reported that they were out of ballot papers. You're aware of our operating model, in which we have travelling election support officers who actually deliver ballot papers once they've been informed that they are running low. It is our practice, and it has been our practice in previous elections, to print ballot papers. We effectively provide them with a blank set of ballot papers to respond to this specific issue. It is a circumstance whereby we're aware of a very limited number of voting centres that ran short. No voter was turned away. In fact, they were provided the opportunity to travel to other voting centres or alternatively return later in the day.
Turnout, and there's been some media on turnout, that was just over 88% and down from 90% in 2018. Federal election, of course, would have maybe had an impact there in May. People are tired of the whole thing. Also, COVID still languishing as well. I'm not going to turn out. It's too risky. There's some of the factors there at play. And I did mention in some media that I did after the event that perhaps running the gauntlet of the many party workers and campaign workers, it puts people off. I can encourage vote until I'm blue in the face. If for some reason the elector is reluctant to turn out, nothing I do or say will change that perspective. And that could go to behaviour, it could go to health matters, it could go to facility matters, for example. So we're all in this together in relation to turnout.
I'd convey on behalf of the committee and indeed of the Parliament our thanks for your service as Victorian Electoral Commissioner, and all the very best for a great retirement.
Thank you.